Bengals maintain a healthy level of optimism heading into a must-have game Sunday in Arizona. Mike Petraglia outside Paycor Stadium. Bengals wrapped up their on-field prep work here on Friday afternoon. A sun-splashed Friday afternoon it was. Their third straight day of practice, getting ready for the 1-3 Arizona Cardinals this Sunday at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. 4:05 p.m. Eastern Time kickoff. State Farm Stadium, of course, was the site of last year's Super Bowl, a game the Bengals missed appearing in by just one game, losing the AFC Championship, of course, in Kansas City. But this year, the stakes are much different, but certainly just as crucial. Bengals need this win for a couple of reasons. First of all, they need to get to 2-3 and show some level of consistency. Secondly, they're 0-2 on the road. Both losses have been blowouts. They lost on opening day in Cleveland 24-3. And of course, last week they were blown out 27-3 in Nashville by the Tennessee Titans. Bengals have a chance to get back on track away from the jungle. That's something Joe Burrow spoke about this week. We have to prove to ourselves we can win on the road. And obviously this would be a good opportunity for the Bengals to prove just that. What about Joe Burrow's health? Well, according to Zach Taylor, this was a normal week for the Bengals quarterback and the Bengals offense. Everything he did at a high level, Taylor said here on a Friday afternoon after Friday's practice was over. That's a good sign, but we've heard before in the last couple of weeks, the Bengals quarterback looking good in practice, but will it translate to the game? Many times in the last 3 or 4 weeks, we haven't seen that. We've seen Joe Burrow struggle in the pocket. Obviously, his mobility has been limited by the strained right calf, but Burrow said this week he has felt the best he has felt after a game in the time that he's been dealing with the strained right calf. This is a good sign, you would think, that maybe, just maybe, Burrow is ready to do more inside the pocket, slide around, and become that sixth offensive lineman, something he became very proficient at in his first 3 years with the Bengals, and also move outside the pocket, rollouts, naked boots. We, of course, saw that explosive play against the Rams on Monday night. Can the Bengals do more on offense to mix things up? And the other thing we need to see from Joe Burrow and the offense, score points early. Bengals have led for just 7 minutes in the first quarters of their first 4 games. That has got to improve. Bengals are very, very aware of that, so they'll be looking to improve upon that. Look at improving upon their third down efficiency. Last week they were 2 for 9. Burrow said this week that just won't cut it. They know that's the case. They've scored only 3 offensive touchdowns. That's nowhere near good enough, Joe Burrow's words, to get the job done and win National Football League games. So the Bengals have a lot on their table this Sunday to try and get accomplished. They know that they're capable of doing it, but can they put all the pieces together? What about the health of T. Higgins, one of the offensive weapons? I would expect him to play here on Sunday in Arizona. Officially, he's questionable with a rib injury, broken ribs that he's reportedly suffered in the first half of the loss in Tennessee. But he was on the field here on Friday. He was limited, but he did have his helmet in hand. He was catching passes at practice in the red zone area, drills that were open to the media early on in Friday's practice. So that is a good sign. A little bit more troubling are back issues that have cropped up in the last 2 days for Cheeto Awuzie and Trey Hendrickson. Both of them appeared on the injury report here on Friday. Both are listed as questionable. And Zach Taylor said here on Friday, Cam Taylor-Britt, it looks good for him to clear out of concussion protocol and get the start on Sunday in Arizona. If Awuzie cannot go, then DJ Turner would make his first NFL start at cornerback. Of course, he has played in all 4 of the games so far for the Bengals, but on Sunday, if Awuzie, for whatever reason, could not go because of his back issues, it would be DJ Turner getting the call. He has looked more than capable, the rookie out of Michigan, in terms of being able to fill in for Awuzie and play starting cornerback for the Bengals. Well, that'll wrap it up for this week. We head off to Arizona. I'll be at State Farm Stadium on Sunday. We'll have you covered on Twitter at Trags, Trags. Look for my column up on CLNS Media, my column here on Friday, sounding an optimistic tone why the Bengals feel confident going into their game against the Cardinals. And of course, click and subscribe and follow me on my YouTube page, youtube.com/@JungleRoarPod. Outside Paycor Stadium, Mike Petraglia, CLNS Media.